Yeah, I just think, I'm actually in place of my parents. My dad and my mom sponsored the event and the whole scholarship thing, but just seeing all the students, put their heart and soul in these projects is really, really eye-opening and touching, and I just can't help but congratulate every single one of them. I wish we had money for all of them, which would be awesome, because they're all great projects, so I'm glad to be a part of it.
My name is Craig Gilbert, Assistant Superintendent for Secondary Education.
And I'm Wendy Nance, Executive Director of Instruction and Professional Development here in Chandler.
Well, when I look at the showcase, it was really hard to make a decision. I thought there were very good projects across the board. Students did a very good job, presentations were clear. It just makes me proud to be a part of this district.
This is one of my favorite events to visit. I've judged it several times now, and I'm continually amazed at the ideas and passion kids have for their causes that they're working with, and it's just great to see the innovation and follow through.
Hi, my name is Bill, and I want to let you know that I really was enthralled and excited about coming tonight, and it's just even more than I thought of. Every one of the kids that we spoke to is very enthusiastic about community support, and it makes you realize this should be in every school in the nation because it gives them a sense of contributing to society. I myself have learned that maybe I'm going to step out and do my share for the community. I've really appreciated tonight, and I really want to give a lot of credit to all the kids that participated in this special program here at Basha. Thank you.
The Kenyan education crisis is a really big problem right now. There's usually about 100 students to one teacher, so there isn't really the quality education that they should be receiving. They do not really have books or paper or writing utensils that they need. The school is K through 8th grade. However, the 9th through 12th graders go to a boarding school, so they travel every day between the orphanage and the school because they can still live at the orphanage. And here there's a 25-to-1 student-teacher ratio, so these kids are getting the education that they need. And the classes are taught in English as well, so there's English along with other languages that they know. Our overall project was a book drive, so we placed flyers within the Sun Groves community, and the next Saturday we went out and we collected these books placed outside of the houses. And then we also posted on Facebook pages, teacher mailboxes. We placed a box outside of my house, and overall we were able to collect 2,191 books, which was 17 boxes and 607 pounds. So we did use our school grant to send it, but it was a really successful project for us. We also did a Cafe Rio fundraiser to give them money as well. So
what we ended up doing was using a duffel bag instead to pull up the trash, and I have a video of pulling up some of the trash. I filmed it all with a GoPro. This is just part of the video right here where I was stuffing as much trash into the bag as possible. And then at the end of the day, we ended up pulling out about 230 pounds of trash, bottles, shoes, cans, and everything out of the water. So I feel like we made a pretty good difference. So.
I'm Tiana.
And I'm Ashley.
Our project was about athlete depression, which is pretty much just like any other depression, but athletes have a lot of pressure from their sport, so it's kind of worse for them. What we did is we sold shirts for the first Basha football game, and then the profit that we made, which is actually $600, we're turning into a scholarship for a Basha athlete, and hopefully we can continue that through the years.
Hi, I'm Addie.
I'm Gabe.
And we did our project about a club that we are a part of called Science is Fun. We go into 4th grade classrooms and do science demonstrations for the students and act as mentors to get them interested in STEM careers in the future.
Because what we want them to do is we want them to pursue STEM careers. So we want them to know that science is more than a textbook. We want them to know that science can be fun.
Here we have some pictures of us presenting. And the reason why we're doing this is because mentorship does matter. In communities where there are more women in STEM careers, there are more girls taking physics classes in their high schools. And so we really see a big difference between mentorship and how these kids are perceiving STEM.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Kosas. My project was a back-to-school donation drive for foster kids for the upcoming 2017-2018 school year.
Hi, I'm Shay, and I did a project on Hope for the Homeless. So basically, what I did was I asked my local church if they could donate socks, water bottles, and granola bars. And then we took that and our youth group assembled them together, and with that we gave it to the Rio Vista Center, and we got over 500 donations. And with that, at the Rio Vista Center, they take them to the people in downtown Phoenix and hand them out with the Bible and share God's love, and also give them this and invite them back to the Rio Vista Center where they have clothes and food and share more about God, and they help them get jobs and apply for food stamps and different things like that. So this is just that gateway to get them to know more about the Rio Vista Center and to get out of that poverty level. So, yep.
All right, so our project is Touchdowns for Liam, and it started solely as a project dedicated to childhood cancer, but recently a family friend of ours, Liam Dodge, he's 8 years old. He was recently diagnosed with leukemia in 2016, so we decided to dedicate this project to him and his family to help support their family in his fight against leukemia and pay for a treatment for him. So what we did is we set up a flag football tournament at Basha High School on November 19th, and we made flyers and sign-up sheets and went around the classrooms every day trying to promote the event and get people to show up. And a little research we did, 1 in 300 males and 1 in 333 females are diagnosed with cancer during their childhood. And believe it or not, cancer is the leading cause of death in the United States among children under the age of 15. So it's a huge epidemic, and we really wanted to get the word out and help everybody in the community come together for a great cause and help Liam in the support against leukemia.
So my project is called To School for Cool. Basically what we've been doing is there was a huge typhoon in the Philippines in November 2013. And so what we've done is hold a tennis tournament that was founded by my dad. And so through that tennis tournament, we're able to collect donations of school supplies, and those school supplies we're able to give to the children from my hometown.
So I'm Claire Mulholland. I did my project on art therapy and special education. So specifically, I worked with Jane D. Hall Elementary. I went into their classrooms and constructed lessons. I did 6 lessons with these kids starting every Monday and working every other week with them. My initial goal with this project was to really have these kids express themselves. I didn't want to have projects that were self-contained. I wanted them to really see that they could express themselves through art and have really no limits at all. So a lot of my projects did focus on these kids having just the opportunity to express themselves through art. And I did find that it was really therapeutic for a lot of these kids, and it was really rewarding as an experience to see their passion just light up for expressing themselves in an alternate way.
So I'm Amanda, and my project was called Everyone's Got Talent. So this project was designed to promote acceptance throughout the school by having a talent show for the special education students. I originally became involved in the program my sophomore year when I noticed a lot of bullying occurring throughout the school. So I decided that I wanted to make a difference more than practicing water contamination could do. So I tried to advertise the show as much as I could, which ended up being the same night as the Bash. And at first I was a little disappointed because not that many people decided to show up. But as soon as I saw the students' faces when they came out on stage, I wasn't that disappointed anymore. They were so excited that they were finally doing something that so many people constantly told them they wouldn't be able to do. And in the end, we ended up raising $593 for the special education program, half of which went to Living Unified Club and half of which went to Unified Sports.
Okay, so my project topic was pediatric cancer, and I wanted to take a different perspective on it because most people focus on funding research and stuff. So I wanted to focus on boosting children's attitudes so they keep a positive attitude during their treatment. So what I did is I went from classroom to classroom selling carry a bead kits, and these kits have 2 beads in them and you carry them with you during a tough time or a special event, and then give them a certain meaning, hope, strength, determination, anything like that. And then when you find your meaning, you fill out the story card and you mail one bead back and you keep the other, and then they'll deliver it to a child in the hospital battling cancer in order so they can hear your story, and then it leaves you with a reminder that they get through so much and you can get through one tough day as well.
I'm Cheyenne Pryor, Sydney Kiefner,
Jack Ortiz,
and Justin Akinsibe.
We did Project Unified, so what we did was we sold shirts at the lunches for $10 each, and we were able to raise $683. With that money, we were able to take it to the Suns, get 120 tickets for a Suns vs. Lakers game, and we had a month to sell $4,000 worth of tickets. With that, we were able to get a spot on the court after the game for an hour, where our unified sports team was able to go down and play on the court. So.
This project created a lot of relationships. I mean, some of us as friends at the beginning of this, some of us weren't. And yeah, we had a lot of fun doing this, going to the Suns game. We got to play on the court after, which was a lot of fun. And me and Justin got to go one-on-one, so it was an anticipated matchup.
No, as far as like inspirations go and what made me want to do this project, well, I have a cousin with autism, and I just feel like the kids over here, they have teachers, but they don't really have like mentors and friends to help them do things. So I just want to go out there, be on the field with them, you know, throwing the ball, referee the game, coach, do whatever, take them to the Suns game, and then just give them an opportunity or give them the time of their lives. Because I know I had a really good time doing it, and I'm not gonna forget it, and I'm sure they won't forget it either.
On homeless cats, at first I was kind of thinking I would talk about homeless animals in general, you know, dogs and cats, but there's really a bigger issue with cats being abandoned and neglected over dogs, because people kind of have this misconception that cats are really independent. You can just let them outside, you don't really need to actually take care of them. And there's also a huge thing that people think that cats are like meaner than dogs, which, you know, really isn't true. Cats are just as loving, they just kind of behave differently. They're a little more introverted. And so that's a huge part of why people just abandon them. And so I really wanted to focus on that, because the reason cats are abandoned so much is really focused on just people knowing things about cats and the information being out there. So for my actual project, I volunteered at Saving One Life, which is the adoption organization that they have the cats for 3 different PetSmart locations around here. They have the Gilbert Crossroads, Ocotillo, and then Tempe. So if you go in there and you see cats, they're from Saving One Life. They take cats from euthanasia lists, and we have fosters. Right now I'm fostering Colby here. So far I've volunteered there like 14 hours over the past couple weeks. I try to go in once a week, twice a week, and volunteer for like 1 or 2 hours. But really all you need to commit to be allowed to volunteer with them is 30 minutes a month, which is really not that much at all. So pretty much anyone could volunteer if they wanted to. Like a lot of times when you tell someone, oh, you should go volunteer here, they think, oh, that's so much time, I don't want to have to deal with that. But 30 minutes a month is really not that much to get to go snuggle with cats. I mean, you got to clean a little bit, you got to sweep the litter boxes, but playing with cats definitely makes up for it. And then I'm also fostering Colby. I'll have him for the rest of the month. His owner was moving around and couldn't actually keep him, so right now they needed a foster. He might get to go back with his original owner, he might not. That's kind of up in the air still. But for now, I get to take care of him and I get to snuggle him. And then also I have flyers. I have a brochure about Saving One Life. I have a flyer for, they're having a fundraiser at New York Pizza Department. So if you go in on April 17th and you say you're here for Saving One Life, some of those proceeds will go to the cats for litter, food, that sort of thing. And then I also have the volunteer flyer. So if you did want to volunteer, you could go onto their website, you could apply. They'll send you a response in a few days and say, yeah, you can come snuggle with cats all the time. There's really no downside to it.
So we did our project on texting and driving, and we worked with the National Organization for Youth and Safety and Texting and Driving, safety.com. We had students participate and sign our pledges, and we also created an awareness video on texting and driving. As you can see on the link, Basha gives back, no texting and driving. We also passed out thumb bands and had people
we had people take them after they pledged, and it's kind of like when you're driving and you get that your phone lights up and you get that urge to kind of look at your phone, you'll see the thumb band and you'll read like, oh, texting kills or wait to text, and hopefully like it'll make a difference.
My name's Amanda. And I'm Abby. And we did our project on depression and grief, and we called it Staying Rad When Sad.
So basically what we did is that we joined a grief group here on Basha High School campus, and we did journals like this and worksheets to open us up to the group and talk about how we were feeling that week.
Our goal of the group was to be able to reach out to our peers and make sure that everyone had an outlet for their depression and their grief.
Which is extremely important because grief and depression have been on the rise, and with grief and depression comes suicide.
In 2013 alone, there was 41,149 suicides, which to put in perspective is about 1 suicide per every 13 minutes for the entire year.
And here at Basha, there was a survey done at the beginning of the year where it said 52 out of 471 kids had feelings of depression that they needed help with. And again, with 8 kids reporting that they needed help with self-harm, and they were doing that to themselves. So our outcome was not as measurable as many projects here because we don't have a lot of quantitative data. We use feedback from our peers and our own personal experiences to shape this project.
Okay, so my project is about American Sign Language in the deaf community, and I focused on 3 different aspects of the deaf community. The first, connecting the deaf and hearing worlds, the second being music in the deaf community, and the third being deaf in medical settings. And I first fell in love with sign language when I joined my freshman year, and it was a really big part of my life all 4 years. So I really wanted to work on this for my project and with the deaf community.
My name is Madison Silvernail. I did Cheering for Confidence, which we worked on boosting little girls' confidence. We did K through 6th graders for 4 years, every week. And we did competitions with a lot of group activities, which boosted each girl's confidence, made them a little less shy, brought them out of their shell.
Hi, my name is Sophia Wetzel, and for my project I made care packages for the girls at the Streetlight USA shelter in Peoria, and I made 30 care packages for the girls so that they had presents for Christmas. And all the girls at Streetlight USA were victims of sex trafficking and have escaped the industry, and so I bought different items like shampoo, conditioner, soap, candy, loofahs, towels, blankets, so that they had things that we consider necessities, but they didn't have while they were being trafficked, and just little treats for them so that they had a better holiday season.
Sophia Wetzel.
My actual camera died.
Now for third place.
There you go.
Really good.
All right.
I don't think they realize that this is a video. So they just like stand there and look pretty for a second and I just let them sit there.
All right. Izzy Adams and
Sorry, never mind.
Alright, now before we announce first place again, I just want to thank everyone for coming tonight. You're another classmate. We'll see you in a few years, hopefully. I know a lot of the kids that participated were very nervous about it, but they really did a tremendous job. A lot of these kids are very shy kids, but did incredible things that we forced them to participate tonight. So everybody give them all around the applause one more time.
Good.